Paul, in the end, 3 good points, and I think everybody agrees thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, I thought we were disappointed to go down 1-0 at half time. I mean, we've had 3 or 4 excellent chances. Certainly, Craig Eastman's from just 4 yards out. Tommy Wright just failing to get on the end of Lafayette's very good cross, and Tommy's had another 2 good opportunities to score. So disappointed at half time. Didn't feel we had to panic. There was a big slope on this pitch, and obviously haven't had it in the first half, and we had it in the second. So we were hopeful, obviously, that we'd get back into the game. A typical Tommy Wright finish, from outside the box again, hits it quick, and then obviously it was great to see Jonah be fit to be on the bench and then come on and make such a big difference, because he's a hard man to stop when he's in those situations. And really pleased for Harry Butem as well. That's what Harry we remember, getting on the end of crosses.
He was outstanding today.
Yeah, Butes did very, very well. I'll dedicate that first goal to his son Huxley, and I'll say that again, Huxley, Huxley.
And what was the message at half time? Just carry on doing what you're doing?
We get a bit wider. We just felt we'd gone a little bit narrow. Josh and Harry had ended up very in. And with Eastman and Davis in there as well, it's getting a little bit congested. So the idea was to get them 2 out a little bit wider, not loads wider, but a good 10 yards wider. And the thought process as well was knowing that Jonah could come on and stretch them in that last half an hour.
You say about Tommy Wright, that finishing from just outside the penalty area, it's becoming characteristic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his goal reel from last season, a lot of goals are scored. I mean, in fact, if anything, I've said to him he should score more from 2 or 3 yards out. I mean, that would have been a great one for him today when Ross has crossed it. He doesn't always have to score difficult goals, but it does seem that's his speciality. Yeah.
You say Jonah coming on, making a real impact when he came on with that run for the winner.
Yeah, and also a good pick out as well. We had 3 lads in the box, which is always important. There's no point in getting in those situations and not having people in the box. And again, we're quite brave, I think, in the amount of people that we allow to go forward. And I thought the last 10 minutes, obviously, Havant were going to put us under pressure. And I thought we defended the long ball, very, very well. And I can't remember Butts having a save to make until the centre half pulled out a 30-yard Brazilian shot, didn't he? So, I think overall we just about did enough. Yeah.
And talking about last week, Ross Warner's last minute save, and today Jamie Butler's last minute save. It must be in a way a nice problem to have at the moment.
No, Jamie's at the moment first choice, and rightly so, because he's done a season, almost the whole season, of being number 1. You can count the mistakes on your hand with him, and Ross is very comfortable with that situation. It'd be the same if Ross had played last year. Jamie would have to wait his chance, but we are looking at the cup competitions being able to get Ross game time, and obviously if Jamie was to get injured, then we've got an exceptional number 2. If Ross then gets in and has a run of games because of injury, then it's then up to Jamie to try and get the shirt back.
Aaron Drynham, we knew, injured last week, and Tom Ballroom, I gather, on the injured list today as well.
Yeah, I've got to say that pitch at Adrionians was a completely different surface to what we play on, and it was a very hard surface underneath, and unfortunately Bolly suffered quite a bad groin strain right at the end of the game, and obviously Aaron popped his groin during the warm-up, so we've lost both of those from the squad. We still managed to get 16 on, and you look at our bench today, and I said to Barry before the game, it looks a bench that could make a difference. And I think the whole squad's contributing. So many games to play. Probably looking at Tuesday as well, and then Saturday, and then Tuesday again, isn't it? So there's another big 9 days coming up for us, and all the squad will get their game time. And Browner wasn't dropped today. It was just that he's come back from Australia. I thought he's played really well in 3 or 4 games. But it's right to also mix it up and make sure people are fresh.
An important win today, given that we then use up our game in hand, as it were, on Tuesday night.
Yeah, listen, every game is important in this league. It doesn't matter when you play it, whether it's a week later or on the Tuesday or whatever. We knew coming into today that if we were able to get our 3rd away win in a week, by the way, that's Maidstone and Airdrie, and obviously now here, that bodes well, really well. So yeah, we're in a good place. We're in a good place at the moment. With 3 home games to come, and like I said, that's where I think the whole squad will need to be utilised. Tough games: Boreham Wood, last year's playoff finalists; Wrexham, who are flying at the moment. So the next 2 games we know are going to be real toughies. And
I know it's a long way ahead, but what was your thought when you saw the draw on Tuesday and sending us to Dublin?
2 thoughts really. Pleased for Adrian Barry, who must have been over the moon with it. In fact, really sorry for David Mathers, who's got to organise that amount of travel again. So I think it's a great one for us. Again, it will be a lot of our lads who need game time will play in that game. I'll make that sort of clear now. And it's a competition for us. It's been fun to enter, and that's the sort of spirit that we're entering into it. You know, we're actually staying from Friday through to the Sunday, so it gives the players a chance to have a Saturday night out in Dublin. So I hope they all come back in one piece. But like I said, it's an opportunity, the Irn-Bru Cup, to really get those 7, 8 or 9 players, and perhaps 2 or 3 of the youngsters, a chance to experience first team football. But also the lads that feel they haven't had enough game time, it's brilliant to give them 90 minutes the other day. So, you know, I noticed that Bohemians did that the other day in their game against Peterhead, and I think it's probably the right thing to do. You know, this is our bread and butter. You know, this is what really matters. But we've enjoyed the Irn-Bru Cup.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tony.